joins me from Dubai. Vasuki, wonderful to have you. What's your top line reaction to this? I know it's not necessarily new. It was sort of years in the making. But what is your top line reaction to this?
Yes, I think we've got to recognize that Indonesia may be politically liberal, but it's increasingly becoming a socially conservative country. But I think even within that framework, lawmakers may have misread the public mood. So this is a regressive piece of legislation. I think amending the criminal code, really dates back to the Dutch colonial era, was badly needed. But lawmakers appear to have gone through this in an erratic fashion without too much of public consultation. And I think the only silver lining here, as one can see it, is it's going to be implemented in 3 years' time. A midpoint of the 3 years in 2024, Indonesia will have parliamentary and presidential elections. So ultimately, the voters may have their way in expressing their views. And as things stand, this looks unimplementable. But at the same time, if you give too much of power to law enforcement authorities, it does signal a worrisome retreat from democracy.
But what does it signal to you, as you just pointed out, that it will take 3 years to be enforced and the next presidential elections are in 2024? So does that suggest to you that perhaps there's some question about whether it would actually ever come to be at all?
That's the hopeful way of looking at it. But at the same time, I think, one factor which really gives me comfort is, youth. The majority of Indonesia's population is young. So there is that demographic bulge. Many of them actually go and vote in elections. So they may well have their say in 2024. If that does not materialize, one can take some comfort in the fact that the implementation capacity of Indonesian laws has been mixed. So you across this very, very large archipelagic nation. So, and at the same time, a lot of power has devolved to the provinces in the last 2 decades. So you may well see this very, very erratic, eccentric implementation of the law. But the message to outsiders, the message to foreign investors, the message to those who wish to visit Indonesia is very, very clear that there is a risk, however negligible that risk may be, that a person can get captured under these very, very regressive laws.
I think there are a lot of questions about how this will ultimately be enforced. What has the public reaction and the business reaction been like to this? Because I think of Bali, a place that I've been, a place that I love, a place that is home to tourists and reliant on tourists. What has the public and business reaction been like to this? Because you could argue that this could have really chilling effects, not just to public speech, but also tourism.
And this came together really. This law is being debated for several years. But the lawmakers appear to be acting in really unseemly haste over the past 2 weeks in pushing through this piece of legislation, which received an overwhelming majority from Parliament. At the moment, what you've seen is very negative reaction from local NGOs. You've seen some reaction from the tourism industry, who are really alarmed that Indonesia is just emerging from 3 years of difficult times due to the pandemic. And Indonesia indeed had its coming out party last month with the G20 Leaders Summit at Bali, which placed the country on the world map. So business reaction is developing. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of concern that this is going to have a chilling impact on foreign investment. Indonesia is already trailing behind Vietnam in attracting foreign investment. It desperately needs that to not only sustain economic growth, but to accelerate it. And if foreign investors believe that this legislation really risks their staff in the country, then, Indonesia has been growing at 5% over the past decade. It needs to grow faster, and that may well be jeopardized.
A lot more to come. We will see. Vasuki Shastry, great to have you. Thank you.